Melissa, when you make mistakes against a good side like Arsenal, invariably they're going to be punished. And I think we saw that tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, I think the game was defined by the first 10 and the last 10 of the first half, and unfortunately when you go into halftime at 4-0 against a team like Arsenal, it's really difficult to shift that in the game. However, in the second half we got far better pressure on the ball. We made an adjustment to our shape, and probably one that I should have made earlier in the game, and I said that to the girls, that the adjustments we made in the second half allowed us to win the ball higher up, to get some better chances in attacking transition, and ultimately, we look at the first half and is it mistakes or is it habits, and some of it is habits that we have to shift ourselves, but we'll learn from this. It'll stretch us, and we have a couple opportunities left on the table.
Was there a little bit of tiredness, you think, tonight, bearing in mind we had such a big game on Sunday which we won, but maybe took quite a bit out of the players?
Yeah, of course, you're always going to factor that in, but there's no excuse. It's a Wednesday night game against the top team in front of an incredible fan base tonight, so we should be up for this game, and it was really just some mistakes and errors that are habits of ours in the first half that unfortunately defined us, and but proud of the way that we competed and battled in the second half. I think we really rattled them in the latter stages of the game and created a couple opportunities, probably unlucky not to get one back. But like I said, it stretched us in ways that we'll certainly learn from. Tell
us about those changes you talk about you perhaps should have made earlier in the game. What specifically are you talking about?
Look, the way we set up out of possession, I don't think it allowed us to get pressure as high up on the field as we wanted to. So we shifted our shape into a 3-5-2 in the second half, and that allowed us to take care of players coming into midfield and overloading. Equally, they came out in the second half, and instead of playing a 3-4-3, they went back into a 4-3-3. So it was a completely different game entirely, but it allowed us to really be on the front foot in our attacking half and create a bit more.
And you made some changes. You made a couple at half time and 3 more at the end. And actually, some of the players who came on, I thought Libby Bands and V Sari did really well.
Yeah, and I think Maisie came on and impacted the game fantastically as well. But Libby, look, she's been in a lot of the squads recently and been a really bright point. She covers so much ground in there, and I think what we saw from her tonight is she was actually able to play forward a bit more, and something that we've been speaking about with her. So nice to see her impact in that way.
And Maisie's had a lot of trouble with injury and illness for most of this season, so it's good to see her back out on the pitch as well and showing you what she can perhaps offer.
Yeah, Maisie's a really high level player. She's got quality and abundance in terms of how she reads the game. She's a competitor, and it's nice to see her back on the pitch. She's only just coming back into full fitness, and like you said, has had a tough go this year, but she's a really exciting young player.
2 games to go, a bit of a break now before the Everton game. What are you going to demand from the players for those last 2 games?
I think it's important that we don't let this result define us, and we take the positives out of the second half, and something that we want to get better at as a group is recognising changes in games of opposition shape, and it happened multiple times tonight, so that's something that we can definitely put a system in place to make sure that we are recognising it earlier and can make the necessary adjustments in our shape.
You mentioned the crowd tonight, a record crowd here at Crawley, over 4,400, made for a terrific atmosphere, and the fans did keep supporting the team, didn't they?
Yeah, look, it's fantastic. You get a couple of results at home in the last 2, and it draws a bigger crowd, and obviously it's a big game against Arsenal, so we're disappointed not to come away with more of a complete performance like the second half was, and but thankful to all the fans that have come out. We heard them loud throughout, and it's really brilliant to have their support.